Hello, my name is Eric Roeder, and I work in business development for Codilation. My team of elite nerds is dedicated to helping turn big ideas into first customers. Building apps and helping develop new businesses allows me to meet amazing people. These people are doing amazing things in our tech community and my actual community of Fargo, North Dakota. I wanted to start a platform to help business leaders and other great people in our community tell their story. Connecting with amazing people is my job. Welcome to my office. My guest this week is Hannah LeTexier. She's the Community Development Manager for the American Cancer Society, and this month they are part of an awesome Real Men Wear Pink campaign. They painted a giant hero mural in town, and I personally just kind of wanted to learn a little more about this campaign, so we're going to chat a little bit about it this week. Welcome, Internet. I'm here with my guest, Hannah LeTexier of the American Cancer Society. She's here to talk about this awesome Real Men Wear Pink campaign. And I didn't even wear my pink shirt, but I tried to go buy one, and like the mall has weird hours, and I was a fail today at lunch. But anyway, before we get into the campaign, Hannah, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure thing. My name's, like you said, Hannah LeTexier. I work for the American Cancer Society. I'm a community development, what is my name? Community Development Manager. So basically, I get to do the really cool stuff in the community. I get to go out and meet people and try and get them involved in everything we have going on. And it's not hard to do because our mission is very important. So I work on different events and campaigns throughout the year to bring together people in our community to raise money for cancer research.
And I love it. And I'm happy that out of both of us, you screwed up your own name.
I did. I was like, is it engagement manager or development manager?
What is my job?
What am I again?
I didn't screw it up.
We just call ourselves CDMs. I'm like, what does that stand for again?
What is my acronym?
I'm a people person. That's what I do.
I get it, and I am the Codilation people person. So that's why I started this podcast. And so yeah, a longtime friend of our show and Codilation, Brian Larry, he was on the show about a month ago, and he's like, I got this thing coming up, and it's so fun, and I can't talk about it. And so it turns out it was this epic mural that they painted downtown Fargo, and it's part of the Real Men Wear Pink campaign. Can we get a little synopsis of this project in the campaign?
It is such a cool campaign. So Real Men Wear Pink is a campaign that runs in October to raise money and awareness for breast cancer research. And so the goal is to bring together male community leaders to, like I said, both raise money and funds. And one of the reasons it's my favorite campaign of the entire year is because, we really need to recognize that breast cancer really hits home for everybody, not just women, but men too. It absolutely affects men. Not only do men get breast cancer, but they're also the husbands and wives and caregivers, and they care for people and women who get breast cancer. So really, it's hard to talk to somebody and not hear a story about how they've been affected. So, and the other reason I really love this campaign is because it really allows each candidate to bring their own creativity to it. We ask them to be candidates to run for the quote unquote Real Man of the Year. Mm-hmm. And so they can do that in any way that suits them. So some use Facebook, some use the app, some do events, some do like Brian, and they create an amazing project for the community that brings this awareness to it. So it's just amazing.
And yeah, this is why I wanted to get introduced to you, because like I've seen it all over Facebook, and it's just cool. Like, where did the idea for this mural even come from?
From Brian's genius brain. He brought it. So I was lucky enough to be connected with Brian through one of our other candidates, Kyle Olson. Mm-hmm. And so Kyle, he said, you have to work with Brian. He's amazing. And you have to meet him. And so, of course, the minute I met him, I'm like, oh, well, of course we have to work together. Right. And so he came on board because he's really passionate about bringing awareness to the cause of breast cancer, and not only breast cancer, but all cancers really. Because he has daughters years, and he knows that this is something that could absolutely impact him and his family in the future. And so when we started our conversation and he asked, how do I raise funds? And I said, you can do it any way you want. And he said, you know what I've always thought would be really cool was, what if we put up a mural in downtown somewhere? And I said, okay, let's do that.
That would be really cool. Go ahead.
And so I went onto our Lady Boss Midwest group on Facebook, these amazing women, and I said, hey, do we have any artists that are out there that would be interested in providing their time and talent to help us make this a reality? And Lauren Starling, who created the Mural wall, she came over and said, absolutely, I want to do this. And so it happened very quickly. Within 10 days, we had everything planned and up and ready to go. So Lauren and Brian and I did a little brainstorming, but I give all of the credit to the two of them. They came up with the cape idea and the superhero theme, and by the end of it, it was just this amazing idea to honor people who have loved ones who have been affected by cancer, by breast cancer, and just came up with this gorgeous way to not only create a beautiful piece of art in our community, but then also to give people a way to honor the people that, their loved ones that have been affected in a really positive and public way, which honestly isn't always something people want. But it's just amazing to see that people have come out and said, oh my gosh, you have to put her name on the wall, you have to put his name on the wall. And there's one group that's 4 people from one family have been impacted. To see 4 names up there with the same last name, it just gives you that visual of just the sheer impact of cancer in our community. So Brian and Lauren are definitely the power minds behind this thing, and I'm really just, every time I drive past it, I get a chill seeing that big pink wall up. Right. And I want to go see it now with the snow, because the white against the pink, I can't even imagine how gorgeous that is.
I do not want to go outside today, so that's where we have a little bit of differing thoughts on that.
I'll have someone else drive out there and take a picture.
Well, there you go. But no, I was getting goosebumps even having you talk about that, and combining that impressive art with this cause is such a good idea. And I have no artistic ability. In fact, I made a little business chart this week, kind of going over my heroic artistic abilities compared to Lauren. So I don't know if you can see this because we're fighting COVID and the cold on Zoom, but I am at preschool level, and then there's Squidward, and then there's actual talent. And so these are the superheroes. I made Catwoman and Spider-Man, or no, that's Batman, and then Spider-Man, and I even do a crude, I'm not even good at making invisible Martian Manhunter.
Even I'd say maybe she wouldn't recruit you to help her paint that next wall up there.
Let's promote it though.
I can't draw, but I can help other people. I can promote their work.
A video. And so,
exactly. I'll talk about their work.
Yes. And so no, I shouldn't quit my day job. And I've seen a lot of my friends participating in this. I've seen a lot of people taking pictures at this wall. What are some of the overall campaign goals, and how can we all get involved?
So the biggest campaign goal is raising money for breast cancer research. And so what we're trying to do is raise $2,500 for the campaign. And so in order to participate, all you have to do is go to our website, which is just realmenwearpink.acs.org/North Dakota. You donate to Brian, and then you send me an email with the names you want put up there. Lauren is going out there on Mondays and Fridays, weather allowing, putting those names up throughout the month. So as the month progresses, you'll see more and more names up there. And so if you want to contribute, it's just $10 or more. Of course, we'll take more if you want to give more, but it's just $10 to put a loved one's name up on that wall. And then we are highly encouraging people to go out there take those pictures and post them on social media. Use the hashtag Who's Your Hero Wall, and then we can see those pictures and we can help share them, because like you said, it's so much fun going on social media and seeing all the pink everywhere and seeing the people that have been just interacting with it. One of the things that I love about this wall is not only does it have all these wonderful names up in the cape, but you can actually stand next to the cape and act like you're wearing it. So you are a superhero too. And
I
so
saw one with
that's
like a
just,
spaceman.
oh my gosh, Fargo
Uh,
Spaceman was out there,
yeah.
Pride was out there. It's so much fun. So go out there, stand with the cape, do your superhero pose and show it and use that hashtag. It's so much fun.
I love it. And so besides donating, is there anything that our audience can do to help the American Cancer Society out?
Absolutely. We are always looking for more people to help us spread the awareness of the critical need that we have for our programs and services to continue. And that does come back down to funding for research, funding for our programs, and funding for our services. But even if if you weren't able to give financially, we're always looking for people who are willing to donate their talent or donate their time. While, of course, during COVID, it's incredibly hard to get together and actually sit down and plan something or have something in person, which we can't do right now, that doesn't mean people can't give their time. If you've got a marketing firm and you want to help us come up with a logo or come up with a fun thing, one of the things that's happening right now is Aaron Hill from Fargo Brewing Company. He did a Giving for Growlers event this week. So he had his brewery. So he was able to, for a $50 donation, you can get a growler of pink beer, and he's going to take his giant gorgeous pink suit and he's going to go out and deliver it, hand deliver it to your home. And so that's just one way, that he's giving back in a way that isn't necessarily giving a donation, but it's using the business and the tools that he has to give back in a way that he can do that. So I'm always looking to talk with people who have an idea or are interested in exploring ways that we can collaborate, because I'm always about, first, I really love working with local business. I love the Fargo-Moorhead community, and we have amazing people here. And so working with local businesses and just talking about how we can collaborate, work together, and spread the awareness of how much cancer really impacts almost every single person in our community. Whether firsthand or as a caregiver or as a friend or as a family member. So I'm always looking to talk to people about how we can work together.
No, and this is just a great idea with some like next level execution behind it, and it was donating kind of their talents. And I mean, I've seen a few of my friends that we kind of talked about before we came on air be a part of this campaign. And so I'm going to be donating $20 for each one of the guests of my show that were on here that are part of this now. Is there a deadline? Is there a deadline to do this? And again, where should we make that donation?
Sure, that's amazing. I'm getting chills right now. I'm so excited. Our campaign goes through the end of the month, so October 31st, and you can go to realmenwearpinkacs.org/North Dakota. And that will take you to our page. We have 8 candidates that are competing to be our real man. And so I highly recommend checking them all out. And then there are ways that you can participate in their individual fundraisers as well, because a few of them are doing some pretty cool stuff, like Brian and his amazing wall.
Right. No, and again, this has been blowing up my Facebook, and I want to be involved, and that's why I asked you on here. But you can't be on my show and not get a nerd question. So
yes.
So we already have my business chart with my dreadful drawing of superheroes. And what is your favorite fictitious superhero?
My favorite superhero is Iron Man, and that is because not only am I just naturally drawn towards sarcastic, broken people, I just love them, but but Iron Man, he kind of is like he epitomizes the idea of superhero for me because he wasn't born with powers, he didn't get bitten by anything, he went through a traumatic life experience and he used he consciously realized that what he was doing was harming the world, and he took that realization and he did a 180, and he decided to use his powers, and his powers are money and his brain, of course,
Mhm.
and he used those powers for good and figured out how he could take what he did have and help humanity. He turned it around and he wanted to save people instead of hurting people. And so I think that's something we can all do, whether we have, we might not all have Tony Stark's money, but we all can definitely look at our life experiences and decide how we want to help our community. And we can take what we do have, and we all do have powers, and we
Mhm.
can take what we have, our resources, and figure out how we can use those to create our own flying suits and go help the neighborhood.
Wow.
Also,
So,
Robert Downey Jr., come on.
well, he's a dreamboat. And so there's no wrong answer here, but we were looking for Spider-Man actually. But honestly, I like Spider-Man for a very similar reason. He's just a nerd who something happened to, and now he's saving the world. And I think that that's kind of I again, we could probably talk about this for much longer than
I would too.
our mild nerd question. But I do appreciate taking what's happened to you and applying that to making things better for the future. And that's what this wall is doing. That's what this campaign is doing. Nerd questions mean it's kind of time to wrap things up. Did you have anything else, Hannah?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me on and supporting American Cancer Society and all of the people that are doing good here in our community.
No, we have a lot of good coming on, and so thank you for doing what you can to make our community, being the Iron Man of Fargo. Iron Woman of Fargo, and no, I appreciate you taking some time to come out. We're fighting COVID, and so we're just gonna be virtual right now. But that's 2020, and so yeah, you got till the end of the month to donate, everyone. Let's get on that, and so yeah, have a good week, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that was great.